As calls for restructuring of the country continue to get louder, former Chief Security Officer to late Head of State General Sani Abacha, Major Hamza al-Mustapha, retired, has warned that restructuring is a major challenge that should not be toyed with. Speaking during an interview with Sunday Tribune, al-Mustapha expressed concerns that Nigerians are playing with a fundamental issue while leaving it in the hands of the political elite could undermine the whole process. Restructuring is one of the most fundamental giant strides we should gear up for, but we are playing with it. People in the north and in the south are playing with restructuring. If we have to talk about issues that have to do with future of this country, we should be talking with knowledge. There are many people who will talk about restructuring, but in the real sense, they mean a different thing. Restructuring must be all-inclusive and not the type where there is no mutual respect or love or patriotism, but agitations for separation, name-calling and such dirty things. Leaving responsibilities for restructuring your country in the hands of political elites alone is the most dangerous thing you can do to the country because their differences will break your country, Al-Mustafa added. Okay, this northerners are always speaking the same thing. Of course, they will try to go different way, but at the end of the day, it still means the same thing, meaning they just want the unitary system of government to continue. So what we have now, I don't even understand. They themselves, they were part of the people that destroyed this country through the military regime. The way the country is now, is it the right thing? Of all of them, they are not even sincere. Both the politicians, both the so-called retired generals and what have you, they have destroyed this country. And all of them, they just believe what they are gaining individually is what will carry them. They don't collect, they don't think about the larger society. These are the people too that have done one bad thing or the other. And at the end of the day, before you know, people will start praising them. When in their own time they've done all manner of things, they will not even listen to anybody. But once other people come, they begin to speak like people with wisdom. Because at the end of the day, whatever you are practicing, if you are truthful about it, we will still get better results. Even if we have the best of the best plan or the best of the best system, these guys will destroy it. They will destroy it. All of them, they will destroy it because it is all about selfishness. It is all about greed. Nobody is talking about, or nobody is showing sign of patriotism. It's all about what am I going to get? What am I going to? Nobody has the interest of the heart of the country at heart. All the things, everything they are going to be suggesting. What am I going to gain at the end of the day? That is what is always behind all these their plans. Well, restructuring is the way forward. Take it or leave it. They would not tell you that the restructuring means different to different people. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You have a different whatever. Let everybody come together and then let them begin to define what they mean by restructuring. But in the real sense, in the long run, these people don't want the restructuring because they believe it is going to break the country, and which they don't even want. Restructuring, people are talking of breakup, they don't want it. People are talking of restructuring, lie, they don't want it. But this kind of system is what they want, which is going to favor just few of them. They don't want it. We talk about police reforms. They are not ready to do that because they want a situation whereby people will be compelled to bow to them. They will not make the system so that people will be independent. Everybody will, we face and we respect the system, but it is all about individual. They are not building system. They are building individuals that if the person is not there, everything is going to go. Like the way all of them, they are worshiping Buhari as if one kind juju. That if you talk about it, I don't just understand whether the man owns this, whether they are doing that out of selfishness so that they will be able to use him, or they will be able to play on his intelligence and get what they want, because it baffles one. We don't build system. It has to be, it's always revolved around individual, and once the person goes, and that is it. If they will start to respect system, this is what the law says, we go by it. That is one of the ways we are going to be getting it right. But as soon as we are going to be making an individual so powerful, and once the person is there, even the person you are even making powerful does not even have what it takes. All of them in the past that have been in the system, I think the system has really made it that they always make an individual so powerful that when the person goes, another person comes and you begin to start all over the place, start all over again. So most of the people from the north, they are always like, they are not friendly with restructuring. because they believe that it is an act to break the country. Person who should ordinarily in a senile climb, consigned in the yard of prison, long. Today, same person is the one telling what to do about nationhood. Same is sabotage yesteryears. Is sabotage yesteryears with guns, restructuring the country to regions is sacrosanct. Not Buhari, Emirates, Emirs, or the illiterate North populace can hold its peddlers. Of course, these are the people who in the past we know the role they played. Now they are coming because they said they have been pardoned. The way they pardon all this Boko Haram group is talking. You can imagine. He's talking. That's what people will be listening to him. Well, until we learn something good moral, we leave the messenger and concentrate on the message. What he's saying is very, very good. Leaving everything in the hands of a vulture that we call politicians. They are looking at we citizens as dead body who they can fest on at any time. All of them, even the person that is talking, when they were there, what difference did they make as military personnel or military people? As military people, what did they do? That is it. They are all the same. If they are not part of the system they are gaining things from, they will begin to speak like a people with wisdom, like elder statesmen. Like the ones that are there now, they don't want to listen to anybody. But as soon as power is not in their hand again, they will now begin to talk. And people will say, of course, what he is trying to say is not that is out of place, but what we are saying, the restructuring that is trying to condemn is the main thing, is what we are talking about. Is what we are talking about. Why can you say restructuring, leaving it in the hands of these dangerous people? So are you saying that we should not leave it in the hands of the soldiers, or the army should be what? So who are the people that will make it work? Restructuring or disintegration? Sikena, Major, you are correct as usual. Only greedy leaders who have ulterior motive of destroying this nation along religion and tribal line will restructure this nation regionally. How can a nation like us, which is already divided through religious and tribal sentiments, be restructured regionally? What is happening with Amotekun in the southwest just proved that if this nation is restructured regionally, non-indigenous in other regions will be forced to accept the culture and language of that region without care for freedom of expression. That's what someone is saying here. You made use of what is happening in Amotekun in Southwest to buttress your point, leaving Kano State where some people are forcing others to live by their religious beliefs. Is Kano State no longer part of Nigeria, or do they have different constitution? Are they supposed to be forcefully trample on other people's right of living? Of course, this one is making another point that you are not using Amotekun. And meanwhile, those who are even into this now, they are playing their own whatever, and you are coming out to tell us using Amotekun as a yardstick or as a reference point. If and only if Al-Mustapha were to be from Igbo extraction, do you think he will be alive today, talk less of having the stage to dish out such fundamental advice? I can see Nigeria belongs to the core north. We must divide this country. Of course, you say you must divide this country, but your so-called people, even from the southwest, are they ready to, do they even understand the language you are speaking? That is where the problem is. Well, if they love this country, they should think about the general world. Restructuring is the way forward. These wicked politicians. I blame the people granting a Mustapha interview. We don't need his voice, and any issue in this country, he colluded with Abacha to put this country in chaos. The man must be put off. Nigeria shall be better by going back to parliamentary form of government. This expensive and power-mongering totalitarian presidential system is not working for Nigeria, but only for a very few select group of megalomaniac political elites and other thieves. So guys, let's hear your opinion. What do you think about what this Al Mustapha said?